Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. So today we're going to be checking out the EACHINE E010, E010, little kind of tiny whoop replica. These are getting really popular now, these little micro FPV deals. And so I got one of these sent to me for review, and I went ahead and mounted up this little mini FPV camera. Now these don't come with any kind of camera. Before I get ahead of myself, let's just go ahead and unbox this real quick. So this is the box it comes in, real simple, plain and Jane. This is what the craft kind of looks like out of the box. There's no FPV camera on it, and so a lot of people are doing this, kind of mounting their own setup here. But this is what it comes with, really simple controller, the quad with this thing on top, you know, so it's looking like that. Real simple, real tiny. It comes with a little tiny battery that's, I think this is only 150 milliamp, 3.7 volt battery. So really easy to mod this for FPV flight. All I did was I got these little mounts, these little camera mounts on eBay, and then I got this camera at the same site, or I'll have them linked in the description. Got this camera at the same site that I got this little quad from. And of course, you know, it's not really a full-size transmitter, but if you wanted to start getting into, you know, FPV for really cheap, this is cool because it's got these, I think they're called inductors, is that what they're called? But anyway, it's like a guard here, so if you do bump on things, you know, you can fly around your house and you don't have to worry about breaking up your propellers. They also give you 4 new propellers in the box, and I don't think you'll ever need to really replace them unless you crash really hard. But let's just get into this review. Basically, this is going to be a full review on this guy. Kind of already unboxed it. Here's the instruction manual. But you can see here what I did just to mount the camera on. The camera comes with this little cable here. You see how it has like that micro Pico connector. I'm not sure what that's exactly called, but I think it's a Pico connector. And all you need to do with this is cut off that connector, mount your camera up in the mount, and just solder onto the positive and negative leads where the battery plugs in. Really easy, right on top. You're gonna have to have a little bit of soldering experience if you want to do this, but real simple, works really good. You can also get some 3D printed FPV mounts that have like a built-in antenna guard that come up like this. I didn't get that one for this review, but maybe in the future. But real simple, real fun. And then they also have little 3D printed like stick extenders that you can clamp on. I actually ordered some of those so that it pulls these up a little bit so you have a little bit more precision control. But for this review, we're just going to kind of fly around the house here. It's a little windy outside, so I'm not going to try that outside really circle around the house thing in and out of the doors today. I'm going to mainly be inside real quick, maybe fly out to the backyard and see how this thing does. So what I'm going to be doing to view the FPV today is using the FPV Fat Shark goggles. Now these are Fat Shark Dominator 3s, I believe. And I'm also going to be testing out these antennas. These are Invader Menace antennas. They sent me 2 antennas. One's right hand polarized. These are kind of flat panel antennas. Since I'm going to be kind of just flying directly in that direction, and I don't need the kind of 360 surround around my head, these would work really good for if you're flying in the one general direction, you know what I mean? So I'm going to try this out. I'm not sure how it's going to work because this antenna, well, I guess it does have a right hand circular polarized antenna, and I did put a right hand circular polarized flat panel antenna. It looks like they're labeling these on the package. This is a right and this is a left hand circular polarized flat panel antenna, but they're just screwed right on here. So check those out too from Menace RC. I'll have the link in the description on that if you like how they perform. But real low profile, you can see on the Fat Sharks, nothing's really sticking up, so really easy to deal with. With the controls, you're basically just having your throttle, you know, your yaw, your pitch, and your roll as usual. You got some trim buttons here, and then this does have like a headless and also flips. Okay, so this button here below the throttle is after actually the headless mode or return to home mode. So headless is to the left and return to home is to the right. The rest of the things are the forward and rear trim and the side-to-side trim. That's basically what it is for this little controller. This is like the same controller that comes with a lot of little nano quadcopters. This takes 2 AA batteries, snaps in really good. So let's go ahead and try this. I'm not sure how the range is going to be, but this will be an interesting test nonetheless. Really excited to try this out. So let's go ahead and boot this thing up and put the goggles on. Also have the goggles recording on the screen in a little box. These have DVR built into them, so if you wanted to record with this really nice small form factor of goggles, everything's right here. You just press record while you have them on your face, and I'll have that screen up on the bottom or in full screen mode while I'm talking and while I'm flying. So it's going to be really fun. So let's start this thing up and get to flying it. Alright, cool. So I'm just going to sit on the couch here and have the camera on to record my voice. And basically all you're doing with this guy is, with this one I believe you have to plug it in first. So I'm just going to plug it in first here, set her on down in our direction of flight. Go ahead and turn the controller on, do an up and down, and you can see how that thing's ready to go and bound. Okay, cool. So slapping the goggles on. Okay, awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and start the recording on the goggles and then clicking it once. And so we should have some FPV up on the screen now. So let's go ahead and try this thing out. FPV, I'm trying to remember what the rates of flight are. Okay, I think I said it wrong. The left trigger is actually rate 1 and rate 2. So we'll start off in rate 1. Let's go ahead and take off. Awesome. So you can see how easy it is. I'm just cruising around my dirty house here. I want to go outside, but the screen door is not open, so I'm just gonna fly around inside for a sec. Woo! You can see how simple this is. So I'm in rate 1 here. Hello. Oh man, this is a blast. Let's go upstairs here and see what's going on. Woo! There's Kian. So I'm still in good control. Oh, there's Mika. Oh. Okay, we crashed. So go ahead and fix this. Oh, there's Sanaya over there. Hi, Sanaya. Hey, Sanaya, can you fix the quadcopter? Can you put it on the rail? The railing again? Yeah, put it on the railing. Yeah, thank you. Alright, cool. So let's go ahead and continue on here. Oh, a little bit of vortex ring state there. That happens sometimes if you're descending really fast. You get a little bit of shake. There's some Halloween decorations there, getting ready for Halloween. I'm not sure if I'm going to wear this Stormtrooper costume this year because I gained a little weight and I'm not sure if I'll fit inside of it, but there he is. He lost an arm, but he's still cool. Alright. I'm going to go, you know what I'm going to do is, let me try and fly into one of the kids' room if they haven't already slammed the door in disgust and are keeping me out. Let me go ahead and try to fly into Kian's room here. There's Sanaya again. Hey, Kian. Howdy, buddy. He's like, what the hell are you doing, Dad? I'm trying to play on my video game. Alright, this is Kian's room. Let's get out of here. Woohoo! I'm not going to go in my wife's room because she probably won't want me to. So I'm going to get down the stairs here again. Here we are. Okay. Back in business. So this kind of stuff is capable with this little guy. Just real nice and easy. It feels like the battery is kind of getting low already. You're not going to have much time because, you know, the FPV camera, whoa, little crashes like that won't even do anything to your propellers because they have those protectors on them. But look at this. So I'm just cruising. Woohoo! You can even just slide on the floor. Make sure your floor is clean and there's no hair on it. Anyway, this is just a blast. As you can see, I'm just having a blast here. What I was saying is the FPV screen camera is taking some power, so you're not going to have a whole lot of flight time, maybe a few minutes. And I will have that, whoa, let's try to get through here. We'll have that pop up on the screen and let you know the exact flight time I'm having at the end. But I'm full pitch, I'm full throttle up, and it's just barely staying up now. So it's probably actually blinking. See if we can see that on the other camera. I don't know if you can see the lights blinking, but yeah, I'm full throttle up. Let's go ahead and land it. Nice. Alright, cool. So hopefully you guys saw that in both cameras. Hopefully you had the FPV on the screen. Let me go ahead and stop the recording on the Fat Sharks. Cool. So hopefully you saw both recordings there. That was a quick little review. I hope you enjoyed that. And again, I will have the flight time pop up on the screen. Not going to be very long because, again, this is sucking some power. This is a 25 milliwatt transmitter built into the camera here. So you're going to have limited flight time, but still super fun. I did order some bigger batteries. So these are 150 milliamp. I did order a few 210 milliamp batteries that are actually a little bit longer. So they should go in here. I might have to just cut this little front of this battery compartment off, and they're actually made for the tiny whoop, I believe. And so that should give us even more flight time. So I'll go ahead and do like a follow-up, some more flying with those larger batteries. And I actually did order some different mounts here, and some of the mounts actually have like a built-in 3D printed rod that comes up here and blocks the antenna from being damaged. But as you can see, even in some crashes, this thing's really not going to get damaged. I mean, this thing is so light. You know, you're just going to have a blast. The only thing you got to really worry about is hair getting in the propellers. I haven't got any in there yet because I just vacuumed my house and cleaned it up. But as far as the floor goes, but man, I'm just really enjoying this. This is great practice if you're looking into getting into FPV and you want to get into it cheap. This full setup I think was like 50 bucks. You know, 25 to 30 for the camera, and I think it was like 20 bucks for this craft or less. So once I get those joystick extensions, I think it'll be a lot more enjoyable to fly. This is a little tough to fly because, you know, if you have larger hands, your hands are gonna have a little trouble controlling it. But as you can see, with a little practice, you can control it really cool. I didn't really do any flips. This is a flip button. I didn't really need to do that today, and I didn't get outside. It's probably better I didn't because the wind is kind of howling out there. It looks like it's like 15 miles per hour, 20 miles per hour, and this thing will just blow away. So keep that in mind too. Little pros and cons. Short flight time with the existing battery. Again, I'll have that up on the screen. This camera is really awesome. I even use this in low light at night, and it's a really bright camera. So even if you wanted to do, you know, some night FPV, you really don't have to have much light at all, and it brightens it up really nice and bright. This has a built-in video transmitter with, gosh, I think it's like around 32 to 40 channels. So you can just press this button on top, switch the channels, and bind it to whatever kind of goggles you want. You know, I'm using the Fat Shark goggles here, and these are kind of expensive, but you can use really any kind of goggles you want. You know, there's a lot of budget ones at the same site that they sell this guy at. Again, I'll have all the links to all the stuff I'm using here, but really impressed. These antennas work pretty good. The Menace antenna, really barely any breakup, even going up through some walls and stuff. So these might be a good investment too. Go ahead and check out Menace's website. And this is the Invader panel antenna. You can put those on anything. But again, lots of cheap goggles out there. You don't have to get this expensive one. But if you want some cheap, cool, in-home FPV, man, something like this is really awesome. Again, I'll have all the links so you can put together your own if you want to. Anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.